Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life. But I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. What happens in the DR doesn't always stay in the DR. Mike, I really need your advice because I messed up bad and I'm running out of time to fix it. So I went on a guy's trip to the Dominican Republic for my boy's bachelor party. The passport bros then took their talents down to the DR. I'm not proud of this, but on the last night out there, I ended up having sex with some girl. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. I figured it was just a stupid mistake that I'd take to the grave until I got home and found out I caught a STD. Super nasty work, my boy. Take that leaky meat down to the medics and get the antibiotics, fam. I was trying my best to avoid having sex with my wife until I got treated. Nah, time out, technical foul. I didn't know you was married. Going bareback on the prosy is preposterous. But she wanted it and I didn't know how to say no without raising suspicion. Just say no, word to Nancy Reagan. So now I'm terrified that I passed it on to her. She hasn't said anything yet, but her behavior seems a little off and it's messing with my head. Hey, yo, pause. So here's where I'm stuck. Mike, do I confess what I did and tell her she needs to get checked? You'll be checking into the emergency room? Or do I keep my mouth shut and pray she's fine and nothing ever comes out? Sounds like something's already coming out and it's called the clap. I know I'm the one who put myself in a situation, just don't know how to get myself out of it without blowing up my marriage. Mike, what should I do? What you should have done was put the Jimmy on extra tight. Pause. You done went bareback in a prosy in the DR. That's super disgusting, my man. You didn't dip the joint down into some uncharted territories, came home with the leakage in the rod, and now you like, yo, what do I do? Time's ticking. Nah, time's ticking on your life when wifey found out you didn't gave her the clap. You know what I'm saying? This is about to be bananas. Why would you go to the DR? Listen, I ain't saying you wrong, you right, for cheating on your wife, whatever you got going on, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your situation. But there's a right way to do the wrong thing. I done said it before, I'll say it again. If you're gonna step out on the missus, the lady who shares your last name, you gotta make sure you strap up like you know what I'm saying, like a soldier. Put the Johnny on, bust shorty's cheeks, you know what I'm saying? It ain't cheating if it's in a different country. That's what I was told. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true or not. Your wife, she probably don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is I heard if it don't happen in a country, it don't count. So if you're gonna do it, you gotta strap up. Them joints is letting you bust their cheeks for like the 40 ball and they be looking like straight 10s. They on Instagram with like 300,000 followers and they letting you clap their cheeks for the 40 piece. I'm saying a half a century, the 50 ball with the tip, you getting to ravish her skins all crazy, run wild on her, do the most XNXX type behavior on her, and you think that you shouldn't have wore a rub? I'm not never in my life going to a third world country like that and putting raw meat into a prosy. You're bugging out. So yeah, whatever happens to you, you deserve it, bro. Because again, man, you doing the wrong thing the wrong way, and that's no bueno, homie. Wifey says I'm telling you right now, don't say anything to her, not because I'm saying be dishonest or be conniving or let her sit with whatever she got. No. I'm not saying that. Why I'm saying don't say anything is because you messed up, right? But I'm telling you right now, if you gave your wife something, she knows that she's, you know what I'm saying? She got something from you. She would not be quiet about it. You would have already been assaulted or something wild would have happened. Here's another alternative just popped in my head. Maybe like on some why did I get married type wave, you burnt her possibly, but she don't know if you gave it to her or the work bae gave it to her. Like she piping somebody at the job and now she don't know which one of y'all burnt her, so she can't say nothing to you. She getting treated on her own. Y'all both getting the silent treatment, which is crazy. That's a double entendre. Y'all both getting the silent treatment. You thinking y'all can't tell her, she thinking I can't tell him. Y'all keep keying in her behavior changing. Might be because she nervous, wondering if you gonna say something. This is crazy. I think y'all both cheated on each other and y'all don't know where the disease arrived at. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you didn't even get burnt in the DR. Maybe, well, you probably did because you didn't even hit your wife off yet before you found out. So you got burnt out there, came home, now she won it, which is crazy. You give it to her, you didn't pass it to her like a relay race. She gets scorched, but she don't know if it's you or homie because of the job. So now she ain't saying nothing. The whole energy in the house is crazy. Yeah, let it go, bro. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna say this though. Let's just say your wife not doing something. Let's play best case scenario. Wifey not doing nothing. You scorched her, right? As a man, unpopular opinion, men are gonna be like, nah. As a man, you gotta own up to what you did. Because if you gave her something, I could be wrong about this. I think when women get STDs, it can do more damage to them the longer they have it than men. I could be wrong. Again, I'm a comedian, I'm not a doctor, but I think I heard that before, you know what I'm saying? So if you letting your wifey walk around with the hot box, you know what I'm saying, with the Little Caesars hot and ready, that's trifling. So you gotta be a man and be like, look, I made a mistake, you need to get checked out and deal with the consequences because you did that action. Right now, I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not doing it. I'm not saying nothing. Let's see how this plays out. But yeah, as a man, you probably should say that because you don't want her walking around like that. The fact that she's not saying nothing, she would know if she has it. If you knew you had it, she knows she has it. So I might not say nothing, bro. I would just see how this plays out. And I'm interested, bro. Send me a follow-up letter letting me know exactly what happened because now I want to know how this plays out. That's my advice to you, man. Stay alert, stay alive. My boyfriend signed up for one of them slap competitions and got his head knocked into the metaverse. Mike, I need some advice because I swear my boyfriend is making it impossible for me to ever look at him the same again. Here we go again, another case of the ick. So out of nowhere, he decides he wants to enter one of those slap contests, like the ones where two grown men stand there and just let each other smack the life out of them. Your man's gotta be as smart as a box of bolts asking to get a hand slapped on his grill like a ribeye. Nasty work. I already thought the idea was stupid. Yeah, me and you both. But then he says he needs to train for it, and apparently his version of training was having me slap him as hard as I could across the face. Sounds like your man's a sadomasochist and enjoys a little BDSM activity here and there. Mike, I felt ridiculous even doing it. He looked ridiculous taking it. Taking it? Hey, yo, pause. But my slaps weren't hard enough, so he brought his boy by to help. Nah, this is starting to sound more like a freak off than fight training. Not here for it. His friend hit him so hard that he busted his eardrum. Now he can't hear in that air, and he gets dizzy every time he stands up too fast. Nah, my boy got the Save It Private Ryan eardrum, and the vertigo is maxed out. And walks around looking clueless and off balance like he's in his own little world. I'm not gonna lie, it's embarrassing. Watching him stumble around like that has completely turned me off. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. I'm dating a man who knocked the sense out of himself on purpose. I'm losing respect for him by the day, and I hate feeling this way because I love him, but I can't help it. How am I supposed to find respect for a man who put himself in this position? Is it wrong that this whole thing has made me feel disgusted with him? Why your man ain't just signing up for the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or something? Little MMA action. He out there getting the Ike Turner put on his grill. That's nasty work. I'm gonna be honest right now. I ain't seen not one of them dudes in that slap competition that I looked at and was like, yeah, I'd probably hang with him outside of the slap competition. He looks like a cool dude. Nah, they look like they got mommy issues, incels, dudes that get zero poons, you know what I'm saying? Just sit in the house all day, just hating the world, and they gotta release the anger out on somebody. So they sign up, douse the palm in the baby powder, and then just cock it back, and then they be holding like one of them swim noodles. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's in case they fall, but I don't know why they're gripping that behind their back. And then they be getting knocked into oblivion. If I'm gonna get knocked out in front of the world to see, it need to be somebody like Gervonta Davis or Creed or Mike Tyson. I need to get punched like a man, not slapped like a broad. You getting slapped to sleep like a broad is supreme nasty work. And I blame you just as much as I blame him. Because when he brought the idea to you, you should have shut it down immediately. Instead, you partook in the nasty festivities. You was slapping him a couple times before he decided, nah, this ain't gonna cut it. Your slaps ain't up to par. I need somebody with much more, you know what I'm saying, the XY chromosome to step in and give me a good licking. Pause, that was crazy. So he called his homeboy over. Now it's getting real freaky in the spot, you know what I'm saying? Two dudes, one chick slapping each other, bananas. I don't know what's going on in this spot. He bring homie cuz over there. I don't know how many slaps he got through before the eardrum burst, but now he like Forrest Gump now. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. I was in field artillery in the military, and if you shot the rifle or you shot the howitzer, the tank, too close without the air protection in, you be having that boop, giving the wild feedback, and you know what I'm saying? And that's why I got tinnitus right now. Not tendinitis, because some of y'all gonna be like, that's somewhere else. Nah, it's called tinnitus. A little bit of ringing in the air. I got that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was doing nut stuff like that when I was in the military. Homeboy not in the military. He just signing up to get his noodle knocked off all crazy. That's bananas. He didn't even make it to the competition. Son got sidelined in the residence. Your man is a loser. I'm gonna just put it to you like that. He not even strong enough to make it to the field and play the actual game. Line up against some competitors. You bopped him a couple times, then homie cuz pulled up and then knocked the lights out, and now you gotta watch him limping around, and the vertigo's going crazy in his body. Can't even stand straight. He bumping into the refrigerator and stuff. He knocking the cereal boxes off the top. It's crazy in the house. You looking at him like, look at this dude, pathetic. You know what I'm saying? The vajayjay drying up like throwing salt on a slug. It's sickening out there. You know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. Because until he straightens back up and he get his swagger back, you going to look at him like, oh, I got the ick. What? But you know what? I'm not even telling you to leave him. I'm not telling you to break up with him. This shouldn't even cause a problem, because when he brought the idea to you, you said, okay. Now, I understand a woman supporting her man. Maybe you want to do a little mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Want to drop a Spotify or a little SoundCloud rap. And you be like, all right, bro, I'm going to support you. Let me see what this Struggle 16 sound like that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as he come to you like, babe, got an idea. Hear me out. You're like, all right. Smack me in my face a couple times to prepare me for homie cuz across the platform to do the same. And you was like, I guess, and you did it. You're a goofy too. So I blame you and him. Y'all two goofies that belong together. Help your man recover. Help him rehabilitate the eardrum. I don't even know if you could fix that. I didn't even do no research to find out what a busted eardrum consists of. You know what I'm saying? So help your man get back to 90% health at least, and tell him, yo, you know what? The slap dreams, that's over with. Let's move on. Get back to work. Chill out with that. You know what I'm saying? You can watch, football on Sundays. I'll leave you be. But all this slap shit you talking, we're done with that. You know what I'm saying? That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. Is it a man's responsibility to make sure there's gas in his girl's car? What up, Mike? I'm a big fan. Appreciate that, big dog. I got a quick little story. I just got with this girl a few years ago. A few years ago ain't just, but I'll let it slide. Pause. Everything's been good. We've been taking care of each other. What's her Instagram? No. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. And recently her car had broken down, and there's a long story behind it, but it ended up getting repossessed. Sounds like she's a headache. Never mind on the Instagram, bruh. I'm good. She wasn't able to get it fixed, so I offered her one of my vehicles that I was using to go to work and do the things that she needed to do. I got in the car the other day to check it out and make sure everything was good, oil, tires, etc. But I noticed that the car was on empty, but when I gave it to her, it was on full. Yeah, that full tank is past tense. That joint empty now. Also, she wasn't taking care of the car, meaning she was leaving garbage from her and her children inside. Nah, that's nasty work. Definitely not here for it. I do well in my profession, so it's not a big deal money-wise detailing a car or filling it with fuel. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. But when I brought it up to her, she made it seem like I was tripping, saying that it didn't matter and that I could afford it. The key word is I, and maybe that's why you ain't got a car. Was I wrong for bringing this up to her? And what do you think about this behavior shows? All right, so initially I'm thinking you let her hold the whip. She been wheeling it around town, you know what I'm saying? Drinking the gas in it. And then you just did a pop-up inspection to see if the whip was all right, and then noticed it was on E. And then she like, yo, bro, like, I'm driving it. I didn't know you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought at first. But then when you asked her about it, she was like, yo, that's on you. You could afford it. Like, stop crying. Get the whip detailed. Fill it up. 87 will work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no crazy wheel. You can put the unleaded 87 in that, just the regular in there. You know what I'm saying? Why you crying about it? So now I'm wondering, is like, yo, did you do the surprise? Like she was driving it and you just checked on it and then seen it was empty? Because if that's the case, it's like, bro, she didn't know you was coming to check on it. Wow, like you want her to keep it on full at all times? Like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But again, the fact that when you said it and you brought it up to her, she made it seem like you was tripping and that should be on you. That says more about her than anything. Here's the deal, right? Y'all together, you say, yo, I just got with this girl a couple years ago. That ain't just. You been with her for a minute. That's wifey now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not married, but that's wifey. I don't know what race you are, but in the black community, you've been with a joint that long, that's wifey. You know what I'm saying? So treat her as such. The will got repossessed. couldn't afford to get it fixed. I think you kind of had that out of order. I think it broke down. She couldn't get it fixed. Then they took the wheel, so you let her use yours. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think you meant to say, even though you wrote it the other way around. You letting her use the whip, you checking on it. Now that's a man's job. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I had a girl for my fiance at the time. She was super into her dad raised her up. She was working on cars with her pop, so she knew everything. She wouldn't even let me touch her wheel because that was her pride and joy. So I didn't have to do that, but if I did, I would have stepped right up. Seems like Shorty don't know what she's doing. The other whip probably broke down because she went 42,000 miles without an oil change. Engine locking up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she got that, like the Coke jaw locking straight up. You know what I'm saying? But here's the problem. You did her a favor that you didn't actually have to do. I don't know if you guys live together or what. Say you've been together for a couple years. So if y'all together for a couple years and not living together, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe maybe you see the signs that she not the one, and that's why you ain't committed yet. You know what I'm saying? Seem like you got a good job, you doing well for yourself, and you taking on a chick with her kids who don't take care of her car, can't afford to get the car fixed, then got a repo. Bro, this is not she's a liability. She's not beneficial to you at all. You want to find a woman. Let me take it back. When men ask women, what do you bring to the table? Most men aren't meaning financially, because most men don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Most men want to know, how can you make my life easier while I'm making our life better? So if she says, oh, while you out doing X, Y, and Z, I'm making sure the house is good, the kids is good, the food on the table, clothes is clean, the house is clean. I'm bringing peace to you. I'm being a helpmate. This is how I can help you help us. That's what most men want to hear, right? So if you asked her, what do you bring to the table? All she's bringing is another dude's kids and problems. She's driving a car and wants you to fill it up. And again, if y'all don't live together, that shouldn't be on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care how many years y'all been together. The fact that y'all don't live together lets me know that the relationship ain't as tight-knit as it should be. You know what I'm saying? So you don't live with her. You got your own spot. You let her borrow the whip while she's down bad. You pull up, whip is trashed, fuel on empty. You know what I'm saying? You like, yo, what's up with this? She's like, you got it? Nah. She's taking advantage of your kindness and mistaking it for weakness. So I don't know if you love her. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to be honest. The whole situation seems like this is someone you like smacking here and there. Probably get along with her. I don't know if you developed a relationship with her kids. I don't know, but the relationship don't seem like it's real solid. So if you asking me my advice, I would probably give her a deadline of like, yo, you know, you can use the car for another 3 weeks or whatever, a month, whatever you're comfortable with. But after that, man, I got to get it back, and then I'm gonna keep it a buck. Don't break up with her right away. Don't tell her about that. Just tell her about the car thing. See how she reacts. If she tries to gaslight you or like talk down on you, oh, that's how you doing it. You can't afford to take care. Oh, then just take it all right. Just end it. Take the whip back right away. And here's the other thing too. This is a decision you got to make on your own because you know the situation better than me. If you let her hold the whip for like another month, be prepared for it to be damaged in some way, dirty to some point where you're not going to like it. I don't know if this is like a good car or just something little hoopty. You got a little runaround joint. I don't know, but don't expect that car to come back in the same condition you let her use it in. So you have to take that risk. If you let her hold it for another month or whatever, she may intentionally damage it because she's mad that you're taking it back off her. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So this is really tricky because I don't really know the situation that well. But I don't think this is a person you should be with. However you want to go about that, I don't think that this person respects you. I don't think she appreciates you. I think she's taking you for granted. And I do think that she's a liability. And she has children that aren't yours. So now you're taking on her. You basically taking on her and her kids, and she's acting like a child. This is a no-go for me. You know what I'm saying? So I would end it however you need to do it. Whether you get the car back first before you end it so she can't damage it. Whatever you got to do, but I don't think you should stay with this woman. I don't think she appreciates you, and I think she's taking advantage of you. And that's my advice. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it in the future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.